So how you been doing?
I've been doing well for the most part. Obviously, I'm like everybody else. I want things to get kind of back to normal when they can, when it's safe to. And I know why we're not, but luckily there's some silver linings. I've been writing a lot, which has been great, and I've been to get creative and things like that. And anytime I think about how bad this sucks, I think about how bad it would have sucked 20 years ago, even if we didn't have the technology that we do now to facilitate a lot of this stuff.
Right? Can you even imagine?
No, that would be an absolute nightmare.
So I do know you've been working on lots of new music for part of your Penned Up virtual series, which you've been doing every week. Love that, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That was a ton of fun, man. That was I got to get a bunch of buddies in and got to hear a bunch of cool songs and things like that. And we might even get it fired back up here after we had to take a little break because everybody's schedule was getting so busy. But oh man, I love music and I'm a fan of everybody that's coming on that show. So uh, getting to hear new songs from Lindsay L and Jameson and Rogers and Hardy and everybody that was on the show, man, it was a lot of fun.
Michael Ray.
Oh yeah, Michael Ray and I'm trying to think Jimmy and shoot Travis Denning came on. Man, we had to go. Seaforth guys came on. Mitchell Tenpenny. Man, we had a bunch of fun.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta say, congratulations to you because Prayed for You just became platinum.
It did. It did. Thank you very much. It was pretty cool because I think the RIAA, um, the acronym that certifies all those things, they presented it along with my label heads and management and everything through a Zoom call like this, and I think it was like the first platinum record on a Zoom call. So that's interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of fun, unexpected.
And you also have your anniversary of the Grand Ole Opry, the first time you performed on there as well. 1 year coming up.
Yep, yep. I think it's hard. It's so hard to remember. This because this stuff always runs together so much. I think it may have been like a year ago in Aprilish sometime. This has been about a year, but yeah, it's been incredible. It's been an incredible journey, and man, playing the Opry. When you grow up on country music, getting to play the Opry, man, it's just that's really a dream come true. Bucket list
Yeah.
situation.
Do you remember the first time that you played on the Opry?
Oh yeah, I remember it. I had my shoot. I bet you there was maybe 300 people that came from my like family and friends, and a lot of them came from my hometown that has 300 people in it in the first place. That came and shared that moment, and I got to take my grandmothers backstage, and they got to walk in the church pews, and my mama and my step parents, and man, it was really really a special thing, and man, it was nerve wracking for sure, but really really special moment, special day. The Opry does a great job too of making you kind of feel that and taking good care of you when you get there, and so man, it was really really special.
For sure. That's awesome. Sorry, I got my cat trying to get in my video right
Oh,
now.
that's all. Hey, this is going to get us more views.
Say
What's
hi, cat.
your cat's name?
Gracie.
Did you say Gracie or Crazy?
Gracie with a G.
Gracie. Ah, I love it. I thought you said your cat's name was Crazy. That'd be fun.
No. Sorry, got distracted for just a minute there. So tell us about your brand new single.
Yeah, so the single we've got now out, we're in the I guess in the top 30 this week, which is pretty cool. It's called Everywhere But On, and it's one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. There's a lot of me in that song. I've lived a lot of that life, and it tells a story that I know pretty well. There's a thing when you're dealing with heartbreak and things like that, and getting over tough times. Um, there's something to be said for staying busy. That can really help you get through. But then there's also, a line there between are you staying busy or are you just avoiding your problems, and that song's kind of about riding that line. And the thing I love about country music is you get to talk about those real kind of scenarios like that. And yeah, just everything from that, from the jobs that I worked that I talk about in the second verse, a lot of that stuff's real. So
There's definitely a difference between finding productive stuff to fill your time with and just distracting yourself with TV and movies and things like that.
yep, 100%, 100%. It's a fine line to walk.
So I was reading about you actually and how you got started and how you were doing the sports thing. You were doing basketball and you were actually moonlighting under a stage name so that your coach wouldn't find out that you were performing at these local venues.
This is true. Yeah, Paul Wayne Walker was my stage name. I was playing at this bar venue opened up where I was going to college in Missouri that catered to live original music, mainly Texas red dirt, like country singer songwriter, kind of indie country kind of thing. And I just fell in love with it, and so I started, as soon as I knew how to rub four chords together, I was writing songs, and so I go out there and play the show, and then I played another, and the venue was advertising the shows on the radio, and then using my name, and somebody heard that, one of the boosters heard that advertisement, and called my coach and told him, and he was not the happiest, and told me to quit doing it. But at that time I was already in so deep, I had to do it. So
Matt Stell was leading the double life.
yes, I was leading a double life, but didn't last for too long, because then I graduated and was able just to dive in head first, playing music full time.
So then the next interesting thing that I read about you was you actually were pre-accepted for the med program at Harvard, correct?
Yeah, so Harvard's extension school has a pre-medical program that basically it's a post-bac program. So if you have a degree, and I'd got my master's while I was still learning how to play music. So but I needed some hard sciences before I could apply to med school proper. And Harvard's extension school offers a program for folks like that. And I got accepted to that for some reason, and probably a clerical error. And I had a decision to make, and I was living in Nashville. I didn't have I hadn't had the opportunity that I had moved to town happen yet. I was looking for a publishing deal so I could write songs, and I've been offered one, but it didn't pan out. And I was just kind of thinking, well, maybe songwriting's not for me. And so I applied for that. And then by the time I got in and was contemplating a move, I got my publishing deal, the offer that I moved to town for. And man, I just knew that I had to see that dream through before I moved on to another one, or else I'd feel like I was quitting. So that's what I did. And that seems like a good decision so far.
I would say it definitely paid off. Now I have to ask, being with what's going on right now with COVID, and you almost going into that field of getting to be a doctor, how do you think your life would be different right now? Can you even imagine?
Yeah, I mean, I'd still be. I'm trying to think when that was. I'd probably still be in med school. So I don't know how much. I don't know exactly what that would mean, but I would be getting, I guess, pretty close to residency. So, I think about that, all the time, because the whole reason. Well, I shouldn't say all the time, but the thought has crossed my mind. What that would be like, and the whole reason I wanted to do it in the first place was because I saw how doctors in a third world country could help people that needed it, and it would be nice to be on the front lines and be able to really feel like you were contributing positively. So a lot of respect for the medical professionals out there right now that are putting their lives at risk for everybody else's, and I think it's also pretty amazing that the country even stayed home as much as it has, I think is kind of a testament to how much we kind of care about each other. There's things that aren't perfect for sure, but the fact that we could get on board in such a country that values freedom like that, to care about our neighbors enough to kind of put things on pause and inconvenience ourselves in a lot of ways, is it's pretty cool.
I agree. Now, what was that like going from somebody who was used to being on the road 24/7 to essentially being stuck in your home for weeks on end?
Yeah, it's really, really weird. I've been home. This is more days I've spent at home than shoot ever. I've ever been in one place, and I go a little stir crazy. But I'm lucky. I get to, I can still write songs, which is, if you like, that's like my other job. So I'm still getting to work, even though I don't get to tour, and because I love it, to death. But playing music, it's lucky enough to say it's my job. So the fact that I can't do that, I'm glad I can write songs to be productive. But yeah, I'll be ready to get back after it just as soon as they say we can.
Well, speaking of songwriting, my friend Kay, who is a big fan of your music, wants to know if you could write with anybody, who would it be?
If I could write with anybody, who would it be? Man, I've written with a bunch of great ones. I wrote with Tom Douglas a while back, the guy that wrote The House That Built Me. I've written with Jeff Hyde, plays in Eric Church's band, that has written some songs that I really love, and shoot, I'm just trying to think of people. I guess I'd love to write with Eric Church. That'd be fun to try to write for maybe his project or something like that. I have, now that I'm an artist, when I write songs with folks, we're typically trying to write a song for me. So it'd be fun to write for some different artists. It'd be fun to get in the room with, with some of those artists like Eric Church and things like that I think would be fun to write for that project.
Nice. I do have to say, I read about your foundation, the Give a Damn Foundation. What inspired that?
Well, I just feel like I live the dream, and that makes me very grateful, and it puts me in a position where, right now it's a little bit, but hopefully one day it's more, where I can give back, and I can kind of affect some positive change. And for us largely has been St. Jude's. We've been a partner with them, and we've been able to raise some money for them, both with shows and with also donating proceeds from cameo videos and things like that. And I don't know, it's something that I'm really proud to be able to do, is to help folks, and of any walk of life, of any, whatever it may be that need it. The vision is big for the Give a Damn Foundation, and it's been a lot of fun.
I love that. Actually, one of my artist friends, Miss Ava Paige, was a part of that. I believe you met her.
Oh yeah, at the at downtown, at the show that we played down there that launched. Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, I think she sang your song.
Oh, nice. Heck
I
yeah.
remember correctly.
I love it. Well, that's awesome.
Well, so final question, what's going on for you this year after everything kind of gets back to normal?
Sure. Well, that's a great question. I hopefully, we've got some stuff rescheduled in the fall. We'll see how that pans out. We're not counting our chickens. We're trying to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But we're kind of like everybody else. We're at the mercy of science and this pandemic. So we're just gonna be ready whenever we get back out. We've got some new music coming out here relatively very soon, and I got a full record coming out towards the end of the summer that I can't get out there and get to touring behind. So those will be our plans as soon as we can.